Good morning and welcome to the LASCO Microfinance Business Minute. Right here on the Richard B. Morning Show. It's brought to you courtesy of LASCO Microfinance Limited. Loans made easy. If you're a small or medium-sized business owner looking to grow, expand, or just need a financial boost, hey, this is the feature for you. Each week, we explore smart loan solutions and flexible options designed with you in mind. And so this week we want to welcome you and also welcome our guests. Well, first of all, we have a gentleman who is making a return to this program. We had him on some time ago, and now he's back this time as our very special guest in the LASCO Microfinance Business Minute. Good morning, Mr. Stewart Jacob, President of the National Parent Teachers Association of Jamaica. Stewart, good morning and welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, Richie, and good morning to you and your listeners.
Welcome to the program once again, and in particular to the LASCO Microfinance Business Minute.
Yes, thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. And, of course, our usual guest from LASCO Microfinance, Marketing Manager Danielle Drysdale. Good morning, Mrs. Drysdale. How are you?
Good morning, Richie. I'm doing awesome this morning.
All right. Always a pleasure. We've been having fun with this feature. I look forward to it so much, and I'm sure that many of our listeners do as well. Shall we start with Mr. Jacobs? Mr. Jacobs, if you don't mind, give us a bit of an overview of the National Parent Teachers Association of Jamaica and its mission.
The overview and the mission of the National Parent Teachers Association of Jamaica is to ensure that the PTAs in Jamaica are attuned to the Education Act and the regulations, and also to themselves as an extension to the administration of the school, and at the same time they have a seat on the school boards, which is an act of parliament, and to also ensure that the learning teacher contact those students is at its optimum, and at the same time that parents are totally involved in the development of the school, and by extension again the education system.
Mm-hmm. So it's collaboration between parents and teachers.
And school administration.
And the school administration.
Which includes the board and, of course, the Ministry of Education.
Right. So what would you say are some of the key initiatives that the National Parent Teachers Association is currently working on that you can share with us?
Well, we're very proud that we were a part. We made a submission to the joint sitting of the House of Parliament 2.5 years ago. The bill that was just passed, the Jamaica Teaching Council bill. We were part of that. We push heavily on the fact that teachers should, on a cyclical basis, be recertified and so on, because to be in line with other functionaries such as the legal council and so on. So we were very strong on that. We are very happy and proud that we were one of the voices that came out vehemently to ensure that we have a rural bus service for our children going to and from school. We noticed it was launched recently by the government. We are also one that is pushing for proper nutrition in schools, that we move away from sugary drink and fatty foods for our children while they're studying. And we are also advocating big time for more security in schools, not only for September coming, but beyond that. And so we have been an advocate and a voice of reason, and that's what we have been told by any journalists that have interviewed us, and even by people in the ministry, that we are a voice of reason.
Yes.
We don't take a particular political side. We're a voice of reason, and whenever we come with issues, we always have solutions to the problem. And I'm very happy that some of the solutions that we have offered have been taken on by the government and is obviously working. Mm-hmm. We're very happy for that.
You have mentioned some really big ticket items. I also want to drop in here Child's Month. Any specifics in relation to Child Month?
Yes, we have. Our big thing for Child's Month is protection and care of our children, and especially those that are considered challenged, physically, mentally challenged. We want to incorporate them so much more in the system and the parents. And so I've gone to schools that have challenged children and speak to their PTA and to have them really formed and to be a part of us, because we think that every child, as long as you're a child in Jamaica and you're in the school system, even private schools and homeschooling parents, we try to incorporate them so they are benefiting from the vast resources of information that the NPTAJ have. We're also in the Caribbean. There's a Caribbean Parent Teachers Association which we are a part of, and right now we are discussing the curriculum of a CSEC and CAPE. So we are an active part of that. So we are both regional, and we do as much as we can for Child Month locally.
Great stuff we're hearing, and I'm sure that while you were talking, Danielle Drysdale is already thinking, because when she hears about parents and she hears about teachers, no doubt, as marketing manager, she's already thinking, how can we be of benefit to persons within this body? Am I right, Danielle?
You're absolutely right, Richard.
And
that is certainly what I'm thinking.
How can you add value to the parents and the teachers' daily lives?
Well, I'm happy. I was very happy to hear when Mr. Jacob said that they help the parents to be involved in the day-to-day life of their wards, their children in the schools, because a lot of those parents, they have their careers, they have their businesses, and one of the things with LASCO Microfinance is that we try to, enhance whatever solution we're providing them with. That it frees them up to be more, involved in the child's day-to-day life. So, in other words, if it is that they, through us, they help to finance the business that they own, one of the things you can imagine is that once they start running, the business is up and running fluently, they have more time to spend with their children, where we have other solutions that eases the day. So they can, for example, after getting the loan, say they are participating with their merchants or so on with US dollars. We have a cambio. LASCO Financial Services has a cambio, the LASCO Money Cambio. So we have perfect rates, great rates that they can take advantage of. Again, easing the burden of wondering where they can turn to get rates or effects for their business. And if you can imagine, we've also added to our suite of services the LASCO Gold Visa prepaid card, which for all intent and purposes, the loan can be loaded. Up to $300,000 of the loan can be loaded to that card. And remember, Richie, as we have said in previous weeks, we lend up to $10 million. So some of these parents, they have wonderful businesses, be it goods or services, and they want that business to grow and thrive. We have a facility to assist them with that.
Such good news we're hearing from you. I want to bring back Mr. Jacobs in the mix right now. The PTA, does it play a role in the back to school process? That's where I want to go with this conversation now.
Oh yes, we do. We advise our parents how to spend going back to school. We will start to encourage them from about June to put aside something for them. Last year, we were able to tell the parents of Jamaica the average amount that they will spend back to school for primary school and back to school for high school. We are just waiting for some of those numbers to come in meaning the average cost for books and the average cost for lunch coming in September. So we'll be able to tell them, as we did last year. We got a very good review from it. The parents, really stated that they really appreciated the fact that we were able to break down the everyday cost and the monthly cost and the yearly cost for sending their children to school, and it helped them to budget. So we also give them ideas as to how it is that they can buy less of this. And we were very practical with some of them. Look, instead of going to do the nails a fancy way, just go and buy the Q-Tex yourself and do it for the people. We were very practical. We were saying, instead of buying X type of hairdo and hair wig, to just do a special one just for the next 2 months for the summer when the kids are home. So we were able to also give them some ideas of, instead of going to the fast food things to eat every day during the summer, start teaching the kids to run a boat and to make a sandwich for themselves and so on. Yes, and it worked.
It worked. I'm glad to hear that.
We got the feedback from them.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Jacob, something, what we did say? You need to make $6,000 per week because we never go to fast food. I continue that in September.
Those are great cost-cutting measures. But at the same time, we know, Mr. Jacobs, Danielle, that back to school represents a time when parents have to fork out some money nonetheless to get a number of essential items. My question to you then, Danielle, is does LASCO Microfinance provide loans for education? And if so, how?
Absolutely, we do. And I'm happy that Mr. Jacobs and the National PTA Association of Jamaica are so, thorough in providing solutions to parents, because our education loan, so to speak, is for everything education. So it's not necessarily just for tuition. Mr. Jacobs, you spoke about budgeting and saving some money. That would be ideal. And if they find themselves at the end of it that they need a little bit more, then that is where we come in with, some assistance with that. Books, electronic devices. I was shocked when my son's school, the book list included a laptop. So, there's
welcome to the new age.
Oh, yes. So you find that there's certain things that you need for education, and even probably just the first couple months lunch money that helps as well. So you budget, as you say, over the summer, but if you need that little bit of extra, we have an education loan that will help with supporting the other part of it. And I mean, you mentioned also in terms of budgeting, if I can just go back to the LASCO Gold Visa prepaid card, that is also another tool to help parents with budgeting. It's pretty simple to get the card. Don't need a bank account, just your ID and TRN. And as I said before, you can load parts of the loan onto the card, and it helps you to manage your budget on a day-to-day basis, because the LASCO Gold app allows you to check your balance, and you can see what you've spent. And therefore, I know some of my team members, they use their card as a little saving tool. So that little money that you're saving when you're not doing the hair so much, not doing the nails so much, or instead of buying the fast food as if they run a boat, you load that money onto the card. And by the end of the summer, going into the new school year, you'd be surprised how much you have saved up on that card, ready to use when September morning comes.
Yeah. What I've learned this morning, of course, I've learned a lot of what the issues are that face the parents and the teachers. And, of course, Mr. Jacobs highlighted a number of them. And, of course, we saw Danielle Drysdale providing the solutions from the financial perspective. And I can add that, as you have always said, Danielle, speedy approval is par for the course, and up to 72 months to repay in some instances. That is also still available, right? Even to teachers and parents alike.
It is absolutely available to teachers and parents, yes.
All right. What else do you want to close out with this morning? You want the teachers to call you, or will you go to them? Or the parents, for that matter?
We can do both. We can absolutely do both. We want to make sure that we give them every opportunity. Again, start early, plan early with, your when it comes on to education and the back-to-school process. I'm certainly looking out for what Mr. Jacobs and his team will be coming out with this year, because I think that bit of information of what it will cost to go back to school is very important. It gives you time to plan and, set things in place so that you can meet those demands and ensure that the children go out in in a positive way.
Absolutely. Mr. Jacobs, it was great having you this morning. I commend you and applaud you and the team for all the work that you're doing as the National Parent Teachers Association of Jamaica. Keep on keeping on, and let your members know that LASCO Microfinance is standing ready and willing and able to assist any of your parents or teachers alike that might need some support.
Danielle, as soon as we're off here, can you give me a call back so we can make some plans, please?
Absolutely.
Now, how is that? How is that? Thank you both very much, and have a great day. It was great having both of you here on the LASCO Microfinance Business Minute. Have a good one.
Okay, I'll do it with you.
Thank you, Richie.
All right, our pleasure. That is so good to hear, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we're talking about, providing solutions. And, of course, that wraps up this week's LASCO Microfinance Business Minute, powered by LASCO Microfinance Limited. Loans made easy. If you're an entrepreneur with big plans, LASCO Microfinance is here to support your vision and help you take it to the next level. Join us next week, Monday at 8:05 in the morning for more insights and opportunities right here on the Richard B. Morning Show. Thank you very much for listening. That was the LASCO Microfinance Business Minute.
LASCO Microfinance. If you're a business owner and you need some money to stock up your shop, keep your business running, do your best, ease the stress, pay off your high business debt. LASCO Microfinance can lend you. LASCO Microfinance can help you
grow your business with a microbusiness loan from LASCO Microfinance. We have over 9 locations island-wide. Call 876-948-1224 or apply online at lascomicrofinance.com. Conditions apply.
LASCO Microfinance.